Hi, I'm Kyle Shannon, the co-founder and CEO of Storyvine. I think there's a critical new skill that businesses need to have moving forward, and it's a concept we're calling video agility. Here's the challenge we're all facing. The way we interact has fundamentally changed thanks to COVID. We're not having as many in-person meetings. Offices are not as full as they once were. So how we communicate has fundamentally changed. We're on Zoom calls, back to back to back all day. So video becomes a tool that can help fill the relationship gap that's been created by this change in behavior that isn't going away anytime soon, if not forever. So the good news is there's a tool, video, that can help close that gap. The challenge is, how do you produce video that is professional enough to represent your brand, represent your company beyond brand on message, but at the same time still have the speed of turnaround and the scalability to be able to use as much video as we're going to need moving forward? That's video agility. So let's unpack what video agility is. Let's dig a little bit deeper. There are 5 attributes that I feel make up this concept called video agility. The first one is professionalism. We're in business. Video that we produce has to represent our brand. It also has to be relevant. It has to be compelling, good storytelling, right? It has to be on brand, on message. So it has to be professional. But there's a contradiction here. The more production value you have, the longer it takes and the more expensive it is. So the next thing you need with video agility is timeliness. How do you create video that isn't a 2-week or a 2-month turnaround, but is maybe a 2-day turnaround, or 2 hours, or 2 minutes? If you need to get communications out quickly, how do you do both of those at the same time? Also, scalability. Let's say you want to have your sales reps create personalized video to do outreach to prospects. Well, that's going to require dozens, if not hundreds or thousands of videos. So how do you scale it? So that's another big piece of it. The next attribute is decentralization. Right now, if you want to produce video, you either have to send a crew or you have to get someone to go into a studio. So how do you do video that allows anyone, anywhere in the world, to produce video content that still fits that professional need that we started with? And the final piece of it is, we're in business here. The video content we create, if we scale it, we need to be able to manage it. So some videos might need to be approved, all the way up the chain. So how do you approve content? How do you then publish that out? And how do you produce content that, if it has value, you might want to reuse that for social media or for some other use? How do you reuse it quickly? So these 5 attributes: professionalism, timeliness, scalability, decentralization, and manageability. Those are the 5 attributes that, if you can master around video, you'll have video agility. So how do you get there? Well, with everything in life, the first step to making a change is awareness. So awareness that video agility might be something that can benefit your business. And then it doesn't have to do with tools. It has to do with strategy. So what do you need to communicate? Who do you need to communicate with? When do you need to communicate? How do you need to communicate? What impact do you want those communications to have? So the first step with video agility is really understanding we need to leverage this new approach to communications in multiple parts of the business. So really looking from a strategic standpoint, what are we trying to accomplish? Then you can start to look at what tools are available, what processes do we need to change, things like that. Storyvine is a 10-year-old company. I would argue that Storyvine is a video agility platform. I spent probably 10 years before founding Storyvine trying to solve this problem, so I've been thinking about it for a very long time. We've built a tool and a platform that really does deliver the technical component of video agility. So if you want to talk about it, I'm happy to talk about it. Circling back to where do we start? You start with strategy. Tools are just tools. Storyvine ultimately is just a tactic, as are lots of other video tools out there. So there's lots of tools that you can use. Start with a strategy. Start with understanding that you need to start turning content around more quickly and more nimbly, more agilely, and you'll have video agility. If you want to talk about it, I'm happy to kick ideas around. I love this stuff. I'm passionate about it. So drop me a line and let's get agile.